Hello, hello, hello. I think my fan's kind of loud. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I think the fan was a little high, so I didn't want you guys to have to hear that in the background too much. But hello and welcome to the channel, or welcome back, should I say. Welcome on back. I think the volume's a little high. There we go. If you're new to the channel, I'm Tanya, and we do talk true crime here. That's what we do, and we do it daily. If that's something that you're into, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Also, Rocky would love for you to do that. He would absolutely love that. He's literally the cutest thing right now. I'm about to take a picture of him and show you guys before we have to talk about sad stuff. I don't want to wake him up. I think I got him. He's over there getting fur all over my blue chair. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. He likes doing that. I'll see if I can send it to myself. But welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing? Everybody ready to go back to work or normal life tomorrow? Because I'm not. Actually, I am. I lied. I am ready. I have a doctor's appointment, and I'm looking forward to it. Actually, that didn't send. Let me see if I can fix it. There we go. Maybe if I just do just him. Oh, he looks so cute. I have to show you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day, great weekend. We did do a members live earlier, so if you're a member and you didn't catch it, you can watch it later if you'd like to. We would love to have you watch it. Also, if you don't mind, just taking a second, hitting the like button here, that would be great. There's so much hair all over there, all over this chair. I use one of those chomp chomps like once a week on it, but look at him. He's perfect. One of his little eyes is open. Adorable. Don't even have him up there. Look at him. Adorable. Cutest cat in the world. I'm biased. But he is. He's the cutest cat in the world. Figured I'd give you guys something cute to look at for a minute. He's got hair all over that. But if you guys have never heard of the Chomp Chomp, while I say hi to you guys, buy one. Look it up on Amazon. Best $30 you'll ever spend. It's like one of those Velcro lint removers, and it takes that stuff like the hair right off. Hey, Princess Mega Elsa. Hey, Otto. Hey, Jan. Hey, everybody. Hey, Mary Beth. And good evening to you all. How's everybody's day? I feel like I just saw you guys. It was a little bit ago. We did miss you, Otto. And don't worry, Aries held down the fort for you. It was short and sweet. Yeah, we're going to do another one this week. So maybe not tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment, but maybe the next day. Maybe Tuesday. I not like you guys care about this, but I go get my prosthetic cleaned tomorrow, and it's been a year. So it's going to be the best thing ever. Hey, Ashley. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Hey, Melmac. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Maureen. Just kind of going through them here because, looks like we got a lot of people in tonight. Hey, back on my BS. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, I saw you for a minute the other night, but it was like right when we were getting ready to get off the live. That always happens. Hey, Pocket American Bully Mama. It's like one of the longest names on YouTube. Thank you guys for liking the video. I appreciate it. Oh, well, Ashley, be careful driving, okay? Tammy's off till Wednesday. Oh, I like that. Vincent was off on Friday, so he got me all mixed up. My days are just like off. So it's called the Chomper, the Chomp Chomp. I'll put it in here. And that's what it's called. It's so weird. And it literally, like, I've been dealing with cat fur, dog fur, animal fur since I was a little girl. And I used to always have those pea coats, and my mom would take that like Velcro one, or not Velcro, it was like velvet or something. And it was the best lint roller like ever. Well, I could never find one of those. So look, I literally have one right here, like one of these. I keep it on hand, but because I have a big desk pad. But I use this Chomp Chomp on the furniture, and it takes it all the way within seconds. And then you just clean it out, and it's the best thing I've ever had. I actually saw it on like Twitter, or not Twitter, maybe Twitter, TikTok, one of those places. And I was like, this ain't going to work. I was pleasantly happy. Gotta love them cats, Voodoo. You got that right. He's been sitting there for all of an hour and he did that. Yeah, it's a roller. I should go get it and show you guys. I'll show you guys at the end of the live if I remember, but it's just a roller. But it's like, it rolls on its own. Like, it's not like one of those you have to like do any work. I love it. Oh, thank you. Girl, of course we care about details in your life. I appreciate that. Man, I keep wanting to put my name as cash at me, bro. Can you use it for dog hair too? You can use it for any hair, any kind of hair. It'll take up anything. It's the best. I mean, I should do like a review and put it on TikTok. Maybe I did and I have it on my phone. But yeah, you can use it for anything. Lenore, isn't it? It's the best. Now that I should have a sponsorship for Chomp Chomp, we'll get into tonight's case. They should give me one. Aries, are you here? Aries, can you hear me? I love that you've been a member month. It doesn't feel like it's been a month already, you know? I love that. Time flies when you're having fun. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it so much. All the members, all the subscribers, even the people that are lurking. I told you guys earlier, sometimes, you know, you got to appreciate them even more because they're lurking. Maybe they're a little nervous to chat. Maybe they're hate watching, but I don't think that's the case because who would hate us? We're the best. So we're gonna talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers tonight. I love his name. I say it every time. Every time I say his name, I'm gonna say I love it because I can only imagine him just being a little boy, a little tyke, and saying his full name. I'm Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, and you know he did too. You know he did because I would if I had two middle names. Lurkers are free to view, baby. Yeah, that's what I said back on my BS. Like when I get some bad comments or just like something stupid, you know, it's not even bad. I don't really get bad comments. I'm just like, thank you for the comment. You're just bringing, you know, like, you know, people to my page. Just thank you. I appreciate that. So it works out. So today I haven't gotten, Jan's been my eyes and ears for the Sebastian case because I was out like half the day. But I thought maybe they would have found him, you know, or gotten some sort of article of clothing, maybe the flashlight, something of that nature, because, you know, they did have that dog hit. I did get to hear about that. So I don't know. So Jan was like, JLR's on live. And I normally don't watch a lot of JLR. I don't know why. I just don't. As soon as I put on JLR, he went off the live and I was like, dagnabbit. But I did listen to some Trev Time. I really like his channel. He's been covering this case extensively. Also the Summer Wells case. If you want somebody that's like really good at both of these cases, and I'm good at Sebastian Rogers too, but no, he really goes in depth and he's not biased, I guess you want to say. And I like that about him. Oh man. Yeah. So Quentin Simon, we were talking about that with the Elijah Vu cases. It's like those are like neck and neck. Well, hey, keep up the chatter. I didn't read the first part DM. Oh, watching him earlier. Yeah, his live too. I was only in it for like 2 seconds and he got off. I was like, oh darn. But Sebastian was last seen, and I don't know why it says, well, he went missing February 26th, but he was last seen February 25th by his mother. I would like to see when he was last seen on video before that, like at the restaurant. Is there pictures of that? I haven't seen anything like that. I wonder if it was who told us it was even like they had him on camera at the restaurant. I wonder if it was her. I can't remember if it was his mom or if it was somebody else, but they did go out to eat that night. I would just like to see I just want to see the last picture of him, like, you know, or last video of him, I would say. Because just like in Madalena Kojikari's case, you know, her mom said, well, she went missing on Thanksgiving. Well, we know that she was last seen coming off the bus stop on the 21st. So it's like, you might say that, but you're in jail sentence there for, her not being around right now. So that's why I ask. Last videos are telling, yeah. Aw, Steve, you're always here. I love that. I told Vincent that earlier. I was like, I love Steve. I was like, Steve, sometimes he doesn't like chat a whole lot. I said, but at the end, he always comes in hot, like, hey, bye guys. Sometimes you don't have to chat. I'm like that in a lot of chats. So actually, before we do the interviews, did I pull up anything else? I did. Okay. So I forget, it was one of you guys. I forget which one it was last night. I think it was on last night's live, and you guys told me to go over to Twitter. Actually, you sent it to me. Was it Doodlebug? Doodlebug sends me a lot of stuff. I think it was Doodlebug. And she sent me the picture of his parents, well, his mom and stepdad, just like hanging out at a restaurant. Let me see if I can. They were like eating barbecue, I guess. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, Katie and Chris are just there eating some barbecue while their son's missing. Where is that picture? Oops. Where did I put that picture? Did I really take it off of here? I have to find it again. Are you kidding? Did I really? I just saw it, I thought. I'll find it again. But they're literally just sitting in oh, here it is. They're just sitting in the restaurant. I guess eating some barbecue. I mean, why not? I guess, Yeah, I heard that. So that's what Jan was telling me. So do you guys have is there somewhere I can pull that from? And thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Back on My BS. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate that. Did you get your hair done? I swear your hair was darker, like all dark earlier. I like the two-tone. I thought he was seen taking out the garbage. Came to the road on a neighbor's security camera, but I'm not sure that's a fact. Timmy Z, yeah, I did hear that, but I don't know either. I don't know if that's a fact or not. Did the school know sure he was at school the Friday before? Oh, Melmac. That's a good question. That's a really good question. Because then we would know. Now I'm wondering about the stepdad, when he went to work, like how long he was there. I've been looking, everything's like such a different answer wherever you look. Hey, Sirius. Oh, thank you. You're amazing too. So yeah, the parents don't seem too concerned I'd be a wreck. See, so Miss Anonymous, I watched the first 2 interviews with the parents, and I sincerely thought they were sincere. I was even looking over my notes because I have a your notes in your iPhone. I have like a tab for pretty much each case that we cover. And what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I just forgot what I was saying about his tab. Oh, even on his tab, I had put how genuine it, I put something like doesn't look anything like Jen Soto's interview, like with the mother. So you guys were telling me in the chat, you were like, no, Tanya, no, there's something up. And I'm like, really? You guys think? Because I usually I'm a very good judge of character. I will say that. And so I was like, what? So now I'm like, I'm ready to go through them. I'm like, we're going to go back through these things. Not like, the first 2 we have to listen all the way through because there's no fast button. But the other ones we can kind of speed through if you guys want to. If you guys haven't seen them though, we'll slow them down. It's going to be a couple different lives because y'all will be here for all night if we did them all. Because one of them alone, let alone is just one of them is 3 hours or something like that. I was like, oh my Lordy. So back on my BS. Okay, I did that before and I have too many. I have notebooks and everything. It's too much paper. I was like, I just was writing too much. So I started using the computer finally. Yeah, Riley's mom is what a mother should look like when she can't find her son. Yes, baby girl. You're absolutely right. And Riley's mom, Did anyone else think she reminded me of, like, did she remind you guys of Ethan Chapin's mom? I mean, even Riley reminded me of a younger Ethan Chapin, or a brother of. And then I saw the mom, the way the mom was acting, just very, it reminded me. Yes. Yeah, we're going to watch that one. Because I heard that there was marks on his arm. Did Chris take out Sebastian because he found out mom's cheating on him? Oh, no. Do you think that he would hurt Sebastian? I heard that Sebastian was still having like accidents. Could this be almost like a John Benet Ramsey, but not, because I don't think her mom did it, but, kind of like one of those deals where he had maybe an accident that night and it was just like obviously the wrong night. I mean, there's never a right time, but, he didn't mean to, but it really set her off, or him off. Lenore, I didn't notice the marks either. I think someone put it on like Twitter or something. I may have to find that press. And he is trending on Twitter. So I keep going back to see what's going on. Oh, yeah. And you guys did tell me, a bunch of you guys, like Jan wrote me, and then I got like some emails and stuff, which I'm going through my emails tomorrow. I heard that Nancy's going to be interviewing these two. So if you don't know Nancy Grace, you'll get to know her tomorrow. She will ask the tough questions. She will straight ask them. She doesn't care. She wants the truth. She doesn't care what is going on with the parents, how they're going to feel about her. She just is like, I don't care. So what I thought we would do is, I've been looking after Todd Terrell. Is that his name? He's the founder and president of the United Cajun Navy. So basically, just keeping my eye out on his page, and nothing really going on. But it does say 2 hours ago, clarification: the Corps of Engineers is not preventing United Cajun Navy from searching the area in which the search dogs alerted. The area is federal property, normally open to the public, but that specific area has been closed due to damage from recent tornadoes and wind damage, which we were unaware of. Okay. Trust the dang process, it says. Okay. What does that mean? Why does he keep saying to trust the process? Is he saying like these two going to be arrested or something? I don't know. Maybe. Hey, Liz. Hey, Ryan. Hey, everybody, if I missed you. Hey, Siggy. I was looking at the other screen. So what I want to do tonight basically is go through those interviews. But before we do that, I want to just show you a little article that I found. How to tell if someone's lying. Figured we go over this, see if there's any little signs that we could look for to see maybe if his mom or stepdad are lying. Yeah. Jan, please email me. I don't know what you said, but I saw Jan. No, I didn't. Maybe I did. DM, but if you have it or if you know where it's at, let me know. Was it on? I feel like I read that last night, but I don't know. Dee Dee did a good video on these people. Who's Dee Dee? Do I have them? Because I do have. Let me tell you the interviews that I do have. That way, if there's any that I don't have, you guys can let me know. Because we're gonna do Seth's interview separately. Me personally, that Seth is Sebastian's father. He wants to find this boy. I mean, he reminds me of Crystal Rogers' father. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about the last name when I said that. But doesn't he though? And the last name is just him. That's weird. Wow. Oh, Miss Anonymous, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I can't stand hearing those like high pitched things. Yeah, it is heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. Let me actually put me here. Put me there. Oh, and by the way, this shirt says Sunday Scaries. So I'll be wearing this every Sunday for like the rest of my life. So just don't mind me over here. Chris wants to sue Seth, I heard. Well, okay, Catherine. Well, I haven't seen a whole lot of either side. I mean, I have, but I haven't. But from what I've seen, Chris needs to get off the damn internet. Actually, stay on the internet, Chris. You're doing us all a favor. Seth makes me want to cry too. Really, Serious Black? Well, we cover that on this channel. We've been covering our case. I actually have files up I need to go over with you guys. See, that's what I heard. It was a soft spot on the mound. Now, I'm wondering if that's because the Cajun Navy, they just came out and said, that there was wind damage and tornado damage through there. I don't know. Maybe that could be it. I don't know. Really? Wow. So Chris's sister was in the chat. Wow. JLR has been trying a lot more. Today, I have to say I was very impressed when I went onto Twitter and I saw a picture of him and his little cheeks were red, and he's from Florida. So he knows what the sun does. And he actually, I believed him. I wholeheartedly when he said he was out searching for him all day. So there's a lot of trees down. Oh, wow, Jane. And Seth's the dad, Cheryl. Yeah. So Chris is the stepfather, Katie is the mother, and then Seth is the father. Maybe I should put that on a banner. What's this? Oh, that's 4 hours ago. Okay. I thought that was like something new. I'm going to check Twitter one more time before we start reading, just because, you never know. But you guys will tell me if not. What the heck? JLR's quick with it. Okay, we'll have to look at this in a minute. Actually, you know what? Let's look at this now. This is okay. So apparently he thinks this looks like a camera. I'm not sure. I should take a picture of that, send it to Vincent. I hope Vincent, if you're watching the live, is this a camera? Or something just hanging from nothing should be hanging there because the gutter is all the way over here, which is, that's different. Isn't your gutter normally over towards the edge? Just wondering. He had this though, but he had something else that's here. Beautiful home. Christopher and Kate. Now this is from JLR, I'm just going by what he's saying. But it says, Christopher and Katie Proudfoot have bounced. No one is home. Chris hauled his RV with his truck. Katie followed him in her white SUV. They left early this afternoon after 2 undercover agents visited their home and the neighbor's home in back of them this morning. Katie's work van is in the driveway. What does she do for a living to have a work van? Where's Sebastian Rogers? JLR, have you been screaming that? Because you know. Wow. This is like a Brian Laundrie situation. Okay, that's weird. Okay, we'll go over here and we're going to read about liars. How to tell. This isn't a very long article, so bear with me. It's not very long. But I thought it might give us a little more insight. Because people be lying. We all lie. We cannot say that none of us have never told a lie. Like, I was in customer service for 20 years. Your girl fibbed a little sometimes, That looks great on you. No, actually, I've never done that. I've never told anybody that something looks nice on them when it didn't. But I was a server, so, Of course. So it says here, there's the girl looking at the guy. Look, one of them's lying. Who knows? Lying and deception are common human behaviors, but until relatively recently, there has been little actual research into just how often people lie. 2004 Reader's Digest poll, Reader's Digest, they still have that, found that as many as 96% of people admit to lying at least sometimes. One national study published in 2009 surveyed 1,000 U.S. adults and found that 60% of respondents claimed that they did not lie at all. They be lying. Instead, the researchers found that about half of all lies were told by just 5% of the subjects. The study suggests that although prevalence rates vary, there likely exists a small group of prolific liars. Yeah, there are. And they're great at it, you know? Reader's Digest. I know, Melmac. I love that. I used to love the Reader's Digest when I was a kid because I thought it was so cool because it had like the little, what is it? Ads for like baby dolls and stuff, like the porcelain dolls. Even though I don't like porcelain dolls now, they scare me. Back then, I wanted one. My mom had some. It says the reality is that most people probably lie from time to time. Some of these lies are little white lies intended to protect someone else's feelings. No, that shirt does not make you look fat. In other cases, these lies can be much more serious, like lying on a resume or even sinister covering up a crime. Wow, much more serious lying on a resume. I think we've all even lied on probably a resume. Sure, I love that job. Signs of lying are, so a few potential, oh, let me get my flag. I swear this thing moves further and further away from me. I'll put this out tonight when he's lying, when I feel like he's being, him are being, deceitful. So it says a few of the potential red flags that might indicate that people are being deceptive include being vague, offering few details, repeating questions before answering them. Told you that last night about somebody. Speaking in sentence fragments, failing to provide specific details when a story is challenged, grooming behavior such as playing with hair or pressing fingers to lips. Okay. How to tell if someone's lying. Body language. When it comes to detecting lies, people often focus on body language, tells, or subtle physical and behavioral signs that reveal deception. For example, shrugging, lack of expression, a bored posture, and grooming behavior such as playing with hair or pressing fingers to lips can give away a person who is lying. And I'm going to say that, the posture is not really there. But then again, I don't have good posture either. However, although such body language cues can sometimes hint at deception, research suggests that many typical suspect behaviors are not always associated with lying. A psychiatrist who has been studying eye movement since the 1970s has found that they don't signify lying at all. In fact, he suggests that shifting eyes mean that a person is thinking, or more precisely, that they are assessing their long-term memory. Okay, that could be, yeah. Similarly, other studies have shown that although individual signals and behaviors are useful indicators of deception, some of those most often linked to lying are among the worst predictors. It says, the lesson here is that although body language may be helpful, it is important to pay attention to all the possible signals. Vocal cues, uncertain speech. Let me see. If the person seems unsure or insecure. Language cues. Look for someone who is telling a lie to leave out important details. After all, they can't be called out for lying about a minor element of the story. So they don't want to make it too broad. That would suck because then they wouldn't remember the whole lie. In other studies, 80 mock subjects told the truth or lied about a staged event. I don't need to read this part, I don't think. That's just research stuff. This is just, listen to your gut reactions. Researchers had 72 participants watch videos of interviews with mock crime suspects. Some had stolen a $100 bill off of a bookshelf. Others had not. All suspects were told to say they had not taken the money. Interviewers were unable to consistently detect lies accurately, identifying the liars only 43% of the time and the truth tellers 48% of the time. Okay. And then I was just like, why is it kind of hard to detect the lying? So I just wanted to run through that a little bit with you guys. Body language, cues, things of that nature. Whist. Hey, Margaret. Oh, Tina. I know you will. Make sure your gifts are all on too. So, yeah, signs of lying. body language, vocal cues, language cues, all the cues. All the cues. Hey, Kat K, you're not really that late. We're just going over, why people lie, how people lie, why do they do it. So I do have, these are the interviews that I have up. And you let me know if there's any more that I'm missing from the Proudfoots. And then that way I can look them up for next live. I know that, well, not for next live, because tomorrow's Nancy, because she's going to be interviewing them. And of course we want to watch that. And then the day after that or something, we'll definitely play them, the rest of them. So I'm sure everybody knows who we're talking about by now. Sebastian Rogers, of course. He is believed to have left his house on the 26th evening of after midnight with a flashlight, barefoot, no shoes, maybe socks, no shoes. He's autistic, high functioning. And as soon as the State Bureau of Investigation, like as soon as they found out, they went out and they released an endangered child alert for him that day. And officials since deployed like drones, boats, dogs, horses, helicopters, you name it. They've done it, volunteers, all that. We are now on day 28. So over 3 weeks, over a month. Well, last month was kind of a short month, but still. There's been a lot of speculation going around, that his mother and his stepfather are involved. I really thought that they were Jimmy and genuine, but now that, I don't know, now that I've seen like bits and pieces of the other interviews, I'm just like, what? And now that I've seen stuff like posted, oh, baby girl wants something that's so bad. I'm so sad that you said that. I don't have any. I went to the mall today too. They weren't there. Them little Girl Scouts. Where were they? Taking the day off. So I have the first interview they did, it's like a 3-part series. The one that I just showed you, this one here. And then the second one that they did was the one where they couldn't be on camera, but their hands could be. That one. Although they were just on camera 24 hours before. Like this first video was published March 4th, 4:07 p.m. Second video, March 5th, 8:24 p.m. What do you guys make of that? I don't get that. Now, I know that if you are off camera, it is easier to like talk and stuff like that. Like when I'm not on camera, I feel like more like I could talk like easier to you guys. I don't know. I don't mess up as much, but I think y'all like to see me. That's why you come. So sometimes I'm not on camera though. So what I basically wanted to do tonight, just go through the interviews. And like I said, I do have like 4 or 5 of them. I have those ones I was just talking about. And then you guys told me, and I've seen other people using Smiley Stories World, and she did hers 4 days ago. So we'll do that one last, and it's the longest one. But 6 days ago, they did 2 interviews, it looks like. So they were on the news. I'm sorry, not the news. I'm sorry. They were on Chronicles of Olivia. And they did an interview with her that's about 20 minutes. I mean, look at the face. I don't know, you guys. And then they did one with Duchess 6 days ago. I think that's all right. So Duchess, Chronicles of Olivia, Smiley Story World, and I'll put all these links into the chat too when we play them. And then the first interview they did, where they're just sitting in the chairs. And then the interview they did, sorry, I was trying to show a comment. The interview they did right after that with their hands, just holding their hands. So let me know if I missed any. I don't want to miss any. Oh, my cat moved. I didn't even notice. Hold on one second. Let me let him out. My co-host is leaving me. And I forgot to show. Oh, no, I showed you the picture. Rocky, we looked at your picture. He don't care. I'll be right back. Okay, he's out. He's so funny. I know crimes have consequences. Can you believe that? I guess that they said at first they like Nancy asked and they wouldn't do it, and now they will. And you know she's going to ask them tough questions. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember Brooks Houck when he went on there. Crystal Rogers disappearance when she was when she was missing, which she still is missing, but you know he's getting charged now with it. But she was, yeah, Dennis. That's why my cat is named Rocky. I had a dog named Adrian, so when I got my boy cat, I was like Rocky. So 16 years I've had that cat. That cat's been. I don't know how that cat is still like literally puts up with me. We're like the same though. We're both picky, stubborn, you know, all the things. So basically, whenever you see, if you see something in these interviews that I don't see, let me know, like, you know, put it in the chat, like, hey, because I genuinely thought they were sincere this first interview that I saw. So let me know what you guys think. Is this yep. So it's a 3-part series and we have to listen to it on regular speed because, I don't think this has like where you can speed it up, but we want to look at them anyway. So this is going to be a few part series, like I said, but we'll get started with this one. Oh yeah. And I think that, yeah, you guys were saying something about scratches on his arm. So make sure you look, I believe it's like right under his elbows. Now, I don't know. We'll have to look and see what that is. Yeah. But you would think if they were scratches, right, he would want to cover his arms up. Jane the Ripper said, that's so cool, Rocky and Adrian. Yeah. Well, my dad, we're from Philadelphia. My aunt dated a guy that was on the movie Rocky. One of the guys that was downtown when they have like the drum, it's on fire. And yeah, that's just how it started. I don't like the looks of him. That's just me, Wizard Paul said. See, like now that I'm looking at him, I don't know. But I thought, you know, he was just, she can't even answer the first question. I'm like, look at her. She can't even answer it. So he's helping her. But the interviews are getting weirder and weirder. So we'll go ahead and play this one. If you guys don't mind just smashing that like button. If you do appreciate the content, don't forget to, you know, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We love to have you.
I can't even imagine as a parent what you two are going through. How would you describe the situation right now? How are you coping?
It is a little low, but I have it up as high as it'll go. It's not too bad though.
We're on a constant roller coaster ride of helpless and hopeless and many other emotions all in one, and it's a never-ending roller coaster. It doesn't stop. It won't stop until he walks through the door.
I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Not anyone.
I know we're about keeping hope alive. I'm sure that's in there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna
Always.
come home.
He's gonna walk through that door. And this street will be flooded again with family and relatives all waiting to hug and love him. And
that boy's gonna have more friends than he knows what to do with when he comes home.
So here we are, 8 days now searching for him. Walk us through that Sunday night that he went missing. So walk us through, we've got so many people who really want to know, okay, how did this happen? So kind of just walk us through that night.
We were out and about that day. We were having a really good weekend. We got home. Everything was pretty normal. He was playing in his room. When I told him to go to bed, he did. He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you." Said goodnight to his puppies. A little bit later, I wound up going to bed, and when I woke him up for school, he wasn't there.
So in your mind, that's usually around what time? When do you normally wake up? Around 6 o'clock?
6.
So were you instantly thinking something's wrong, or were you like, he may just be already in the shower?
I took a
in the living
second.
room?
I took a second and walked through the house looking for him in case he'd gotten up and was trying to get breakfast or something, because he did that sometimes. About 3 minutes in, give or take, I was on the phone with my husband. I said, I can't find him. He said, what do you mean you can't find him? I said, he's not in the house.
Now, what I'm thinking is, if something did happen, right? Like, and she's involved, allegedly, it's all alleged, because, I think she looks sincere, but maybe that is a little bit of sincerity, Maybe she did do something, like she just flew into a rage. Not like saying that is not saying, I'm not giving her a pass. Not giving her a pass at all. So maybe like her tears and like maybe she called him and he helped, do whatever they did. But maybe her tears are kind of sincere because she's like his mom technically still. So maybe that's why she's crying in a way. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, because I think she looks sincere, but I don't know. I don't think I would be able to look up at a camera either. And I don't know. First interview is kind of hard to judge because,
So at that point, is that when you call 911, or what's going through your mind?
While we were on the phone, and I was like, is he on the other side of the bed? The normal places he may be in the house, and he wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, hold on a minute. And immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department and made the report.
I ran all over the house, outside, inside. I looked in every closet.
Within minutes, they were here. Mm-hmm. They responded within minutes, and here we go.
So you said you were on the phone with her. So yes, you were not home?
No, ma'am. Okay. I was at work. I'm a tower crane operator, and I was working in Memphis at the St. Jude Project. So it's, I have an earpiece in that talks to my phone. I have another earpiece in that does the radios. So when she was talking to me, it was like, what? I was confused. We talked about where he could possibly be, and then we went from there and led to calling the cops, and here we are now.
Within minutes, they're at the home.
Yes, ma'am.
It was rapid fire. They had cars.
They
had cars from here down to the
main
road, as far as I could tell.
So what's going through both of your minds? I mean, are we panicking? Is it this, I think he's probably at a neighbor's house, or what are you thinking?
My son doesn't run. He's not a runner. He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
Now, does anyone know when Chris left? Because, I mean, could Chris have done something to him? And like, if he left, like, and I know he didn't. I know he was gone before like 10:30 because she was like asleep. She was on the phone with him. But what if he came back or something along those lines? And it was like middle of the night thing, and she's being sincere and he's not, or something. I don't know. Yeah, Roseanne. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Roseanne was saying, now she's coming out saying like she heard a noise. So yeah. So the mom was saying like, Sebastian she told Sebastian to go to bed or whatever, go to sleep. Or he said he was going to sleep. He was going to bed. She said, wait a second. She said that she told her, or he was going to go to bed or whatever at 9. But then she said an hour later, she heard a noise and told him, I don't care what you're doing in there or whatever, just go to bed. But then she said she was on the phone with Chris and she fell asleep on the couch until 10:30 at night. She woke up at 10:30 and went to bed. Am I right about that? Because now I'm like, because she said he was going to bed at 9. She was on the phone with him, fell asleep on the couch, I thought till 10:30, woke up, went to bed, didn't check on him. But here, yeah. But later on, she's saying, no, In this new article, it just came out. She's like, no, I heard a noise an hour after he went in there. So that'd be around 10 o'clock. She'd be asleep. She'd be sleeping on the couch. What do you mean, lady? What do you mean? Now I'm starting to feel a little different. And have they, I heard that they have not been out to look for him at all. Is there a reason for that? There's not. There's no reason. Even if, okay, there's two parents and you want to stay home because you're like, oh my gosh, what if my boy comes home and I'm not here? One of y'all can stay. One of y'all can go and you take turns. Even better because one can rest, one can go. Do you know what I mean?
He's a good kid. He's not a mischievous child by any means. But there's
ask you about
answers
that.
to questions that have no answers, or questions with no answers right now that we are searching for desperately. And we just don't have that.
4 or 5.
Friends
Put these fingers down.
come
Yeah,
in
what'd you
all
do?
shapes.
Oh, she's pretty. So let me put the part 2 up. I don't know why they have this in 3 parts, but they do. Also, I didn't realize this until today. For some reason, I thought the first 2 interviews were with different like news agencies in that small town, but they're not. They're with the same one. Very weird, Very weird. Hold on. What if they have to talk about for 3 hours and no looking for him, but they can go out for, yep. Tina, you're right. 3-hour interview they did. I'm gonna start listening to it tomorrow. Actually, I might just wait on y'all because that's a 3-hour interview. I don't want to listen to that twice, kind of. But then if I do, I'll hear more things. Maybe I'll put it on 2 times speed or something, 1.75. So this is the second one that they came out and they've done. This is like the next part of the first. For some reason, they broke it up into 3 parts. But we're going to play this one here. And if you're just now joining us and you're like, what are they doing? We are talking about Sebastian Rogers. And we're going back through. I said a few days ago we would do this. And we put it off because Riley Strand, we did 4 lives in one day. But I wanted to go back through their interviews because I didn't get to watch all of those. I didn't get to watch like the Chronicles Olivia one. I want to make sure I get their names right. The Duchess, and then Smiley Story World. I didn't get to watch those ones, so I figured we watch those together. Now, Smiley Story World, 3-hour interview. I don't even know who that is, but bless her heart for sitting there for 3 hours talking to them, Crime and conspiracies, that's true. That is true. She said, I don't know if I'd want to look in the woods for my kids' body either. That's true, because you may find something you don't want to see. But what if you I don't know. Now that you put it that way, I don't know what I would do. Because I'm tough when it comes to like learning how to walk again, eat again, doing those things. I'm built tough for that, but I'm not built to like see that. I would still be on site though. Yeah, Miss Anonymous. I would be like doing flyers or something along those lines. Do you know what I mean? Like, at least be in there, maybe giving them water, food, doing flyers, helping with maps. I would be doing something. I just don't know if I could be physically out there looking for my boy or, my girl. But if you guys don't mind just taking a second, hitting the like button. If you're appreciating the content so far and you like me, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. I can hear my dog out there.
Is there anything that happened that day that you think back and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside? Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. He's that morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
Like he didn't behave before?
We've been fighting.
Like that's one thing that did bother me about this interview. He was behaving. It makes me think like she thought that he never behaved before, or the opposite, that he wasn't behaving good that day in her eyes.
or he'd been in trouble, but he hadn't even been in trouble. So, I mean,
I guess if he was running away, they would
the
say
$1
that.
million question, why did he go? And the other $1 million question is how.
What about social media? Is there anything that, anyone he could have contacted? I understand he was somewhat of a gamer, or what was he? There was a video game he loved, right?
There's-
Minecraft. He
yeah.
loves Minecraft. The game that he has is not online. He has the Switch.
We don't, because of how social media can be, he doesn't have accessibility to communicate with folks
On the internet.
on internet. I mean,
I
we
don't
have
know
a firm
why they
belief that
push
we
this
just don't
so
feel
hard
that right now
too.
he's capable of having that kind of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, his phone is locked down, his computers, his gaming. He doesn't have a gamer tag. He doesn't have online
goes to school.
capabilities with games. I mean,
We've combed every electronic.
we've cooperated with all the authorities as far as anything they've asked us to provide. We've provided, and still just don't have any answers.
Did he have any friends that could have possibly contacted him in some way on his phone?
All his friends at school have been questioned to my knowledge, and none of them knew anything.
So this big question mark. He's vanished.
Yes, ma'am.
And no one can figure out where or why. All right. So let's talk too about the relationship involved, because the biological father is very much involved in Sebastian's life as well,
Yes, ma'am.
He
Very
is.
much.
right? And how would you describe that relationship?
Well, at least
between
they didn't lie
him
there.
and the four of you.
It's relatively good. I mean, we talk regularly. He talks to his son on a regular basis, sees him on a regular basis. He's involved in school and therapy. And I mean, he didn't have any extracurricular activities, but I can tell you now, if he did, his dad would be in the front row.
Well, I mean, at least
In
they're
the two
talking
different
good on that, you know?
households. And the communication between the three of us is great. I mean, yes, we're just like every parent. We all have our disagreements, but in the end, we come together as a team and we work and we come up with solutions that as we best see fit. I mean, I'm almost in contact with him almost daily.
Let's talk about Sebastian. Tell me about Sebastian. How would you describe him?
Sweet, stubborn. He loves to help. He loves running, and he loves to play his games and his fidgets and Uno. Lord, that's one of his favorite games right now.
I love Uno.
Favorite color is green.
Does he love
Mine
music?
too.
Oh,
He loves music.
Yeah.
an eclectic taste.
Me too.
I
An
mean,
eclectic. I mean, from as everybody knows, Eye of the Tiger to Eddie Vedder.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we got Pearl Jam on one hand, we've got Survivor on the other over here. We've got Taylor Swift, and
he's got a big crush on her.
We all do.
I mean, country, rock.
no hip hop.
classic.
We don't allow the hip hop.
Well,
Oh
he
my
doesn't
God.
listen to it
rap and
anyways.
things.
You mentioned he loved running. So
He'd be listening to the hip hop then. Oh my God. Did we just step back to like 1940? I guess hip hop was another. Well, there was some sort of form. 1980? Wow. My dad, oh man, he was polar opposite. Like when 50 Cent came out, I love me some 50 Cent. My dad decided he loved 50 Cent. It was a big thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
So
Let your kids
did he like the
explore. Let them
outdoors at
listen to
all?
whatever they
Was
want.
something
I mean, as long as it's not
outside
like
that was
bad
somewhat
cussing or anything, they're
outdoorsy
little.
enticing to
So-
him or pulled him outdoors?
He loves, like, when we were in California and the school had this lap thing to gain money. It was a fundraiser, and every year he was I did this many laps. I did this many laps. I mean, I've got T-shirts where they would write on his back every time the kids went around. They'd mark a mark on the back, and they'd keep running. And he just had marks all the way across his back. He likes playgrounds. He hates
yeah.
being dirty. He
Hates
don't like
being
being
dirty.
dirty.
Yeah, he's not
Me
he's not
too.
your tomboy style child where he goes outside and plays in the mud.
He loves animals, but he's terrified of bugs.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
even a fly, and he's like,
4 or 5.
Friends.
These
I was
fingers
quick. I
down.
didn't know I was going to be over that. Yeah, you got to let your kids explore. I mean, I'm going to tell you how old I am. Vanilla Ice came out with his tape. It was a tape. And my brother had it. And you best believe I was sneaking in and grabbing that thing and playing it. I thought it was a good song, good CD, or good tape. And then my cousin, they were older. My brother's 9 years older than me. And then my cousin, he's like 2 years older than me. He had the Bone Thugs and Harmony CD. Like, it was the CD that time. And I was jamming to that too. It was like those were my first rap, like, hip hop CDs. Heck yeah, Ice Ice Baby. It came on the Google the other day, and I was like, "Phew. Did you hear about MC Hammer? Didn't he die? Didn't he pass away? I thought I heard that. Like, the other day." I don't want to know his real name. I just want to know really quick now that we're talking about it. Maybe, no, he's still alive, I think. Why did I hear that? Okay, I think he still is. He still is. Okay, who told me that he was? I saw that somewhere. Just JK. Well, we all know why he went broke. But yeah, I don't know why I heard that. I'm sorry. And then one of the guys from Bone Thugs and Harmony, he used to come to my town, and we had a venue, and he would rap there. But I never went and saw that. Afro Man was there too. So this is going to be the third installment of these videos of this first interview. And then we'll go to the next one here. Now, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Too, because he's highly functioning. I know you all have described him as having
Maybe
a form of
see in chat.
autism.
he does.
But just describe that to our viewers too, as far as his way of thinking of things and maybe how determined he was about certain things or his mindset.
He
He's got a stubborn mindset. If he believes it's this,
he gets on a one-man track, and he is just
Yeah.
on it, and he is all about it.
but I mean, he's very smart.
He
I mean,
can-
he can play chess. He can beat adults in chess.
Wow.
So he's
Okay.
he loves playing games.
What about navigation? Like, did he have a sense of direction? Do you think he could have possibly even hitched a ride or gotten a ride on a bus or some sort of transportation?
that is a speculation that we don't have an answer for. Just
I mean-
directionally, he knows he could guide you from our house to his dad's house.
Yeah.
He could get from like this house. I think he can make it up to Culver's ice cream.
He can go to Culver's.
Oh, that boy loves
He
a
knows
malt.
where Culver's is because Culver's has malt.
Uh-huh.
He loves malt, extra malt. Every time, extra malt.
He
Now, how
is
far
back on my
away
BS.
does his dad live?
Now, I will say, yeah, he is autistic. I told you guys this the other night. They say that I'm ADHD, but I have autistic like traits or something. Me and Sebastian sound like the same person, except for like two things. He likes malt. I'm not big into that. And there was like something else, but like everything else, I'm like, me too. Oh, probably not as smart as him. He seems like a very smart gentleman.
Clarksville.
Young
His
man.
dad lives up by Clarksville.
So he could guide someone all the way to Clarksville.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Okay. So a pretty keen sense of direction, at least with certain things.
If-
Familiar routes.
Yes.
Familiar routes. Okay.
Familiar
I
routes.
mean, if I took him another route going
He
this way,
takes
he would
it.
not know it.
He goes up there so often that he knows
Yes.
he knows how to get to his
Right.
daddy's. We know that.
His dad works with him as far as, well, we're going this way, we're going that way, and
Mhm.
Mhm.
keeps the same thing, and it works out.
Mhm.
So
let's talk too, because earlier, Chris, you and I were talking, and you were saying that there are a lot of people who are harassing both of you. What of any of that do you want to address? What do you want to say to any of these people?
Just that you don't know. And I don't wish you to ever know.
I would say it like this: everybody has an opinion, and it's perfectly okay to have that opinion, but you're not in the situation. You don't quite understand. I wish people would step back, take a different, wide open view, and not assume what they know. It's just better to stick to the facts. If they have questions, all they have to do is ask.
And I pray genuinely that no one ever goes through this.
Just be kind to people. I mean, it's real simple.
There are some people who have been talking, because I know this is part of the harassment. Is there anything you want to address about this child custody situation with the previous?
So I have a current case that is ongoing in another state. We've requested that case to be sealed because there are some individuals who have taken upon themselves to put stuff out there that they don't quite know, which all they have to do is ask. I'll tell you. But because of that, it has nothing to do with our son. It has nothing to do with the situation. I just people would respect that and then keep an open mind. It's totally different.
If Sebastian was able to watch this, and maybe he's watching this as it airs, and if he is, what do you want to say to Sebastian? What do you want him to hear from you right now?
Oh, gosh. That we love you so much and we want you to come home and you're not in trouble.
I guarantee you he is loved. And trust me, the open arms are waiting for him to come home. From every parent to every family members to probably everyone in the community. But there's no malice. We just want our boy home. Bad. Badly. But
That mama's heart, I know it's daddy's too, but I feel like there's always that extra special bond. Can you walk us through what you're thinking right now?
I just want my baby to be okay. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he's at.
Let's talk about the community, because I want you all to know, even my church body, I mean, we're all praying for his safe return quickly. What do you all want to say to the community?
Thank you.
with everything from the bottom of our hearts, I would not have imagined how far this has gotten, but there's no way to repay the gratitude, the love that we have felt from the community, the prayers. But thank you.
But
from the
don't
bottom of our
stop
hearts.
looking.
Yeah, please.
My son is somewhere.
This ain't over until he's home.
I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel. I think my opinion might change once we hit one of these like newer interviews. Cause I have a feeling that they're going to get worse and worse. Now, I don't know the people that interviewed them on some of the other channels, but I really liked, I saw part of Duchess's interview, and we talked about that one night. I saw part of her interview. I thought it was really good. And I love Trev's coverage of this, Trev Time. And I saw like a snippet of Chronicles of Olivia. but just their mannerisms in the Chronicles of Olivia one, just I don't know. It didn't jive with me like these interviews did. Like, I don't know, they just seemed like they were, I don't know, they're just talking too much or something. They're just doing the mostest now. Like, I understand if your kid is missing, you should be out there everywhere on any panel or any news, agency that will have you. Maybe don't bring it to YouTube though. You know what I mean? Maybe don't bring that to YouTube. No, I mean, I'm a YouTube creator. I'm just saying, because people will shred you apart, and they're already shredding themselves apart. Less than 1% of missing children were taken by strangers. Wow, truth and justice. I didn't know that. Hey, Kyle, welcome on in. How you doing? So this is the second interview. And then let me see what's after this. Okay, we'll get to this interview. We'll see where we're at. And this is the one where they're holding hands, but they can't be seen on camera. This is the day after they were seen on camera. So the first interview we just went through, that was March 4th. 9 days after hold on. There was 29 days, right? So what, 8 days? 8 days after he's missing? 8 days. I would have been on the news. I'm sorry. I would have been on the news before over a week. That's just me. I would have been calling everybody. So the woman in the pink top, she's going to be the lady that's interviewing them. And she was the lady that interviewed them for the first one too. So apparently they had a thing going. They had like this, they were building a rapport with this lady. And then all of a sudden they're like on different people, Tilted lawyer. Oh, I'll be home. Said, yeah, I'm not a big fan of hers either. But I was like, man, I really want to watch this interview. Because she does ask some good questions. Okay, so we'll play this one. And then this is lady from WSMV. And it's a local station.
Thank you for allowing me to come into your home.
And if y'all hear something different than what we heard in the first one, throw it out in the chat. That way we can, all be like, oh, hold on a second. She's got her paper there with her questions. She's letting them see them. She shouldn't have done that.
To talk with you all. Obviously, everyone wants to hear what you have to say. And it's all about bringing Sebastian home and safely. So first, just express, I can't even imagine as a parent what you two are going through. How would you describe the situation right now? How are you coping?
We're on a constant roller coaster ride of helpless and hopeless and many other emotions all in one. And it's a never ending roller coaster. It doesn't stop. It won't stop until he walks through the door.
I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Not anyone.
I know we're about keeping hope alive. I'm sure that's in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to come
Always.
home.
He's going to walk through that door. And this street will be flooded again with family and relatives all waiting to hug him, love him. And
That boy's going to have more friends than he knows what to do with when he comes home.
Did I do that again? Did I play these backwards? Hold on a second. Did I do that backwards? I wanted to do the ones with the hands, where they're holding hands. Okay, I might not have pulled the right one. Let me pull that up. Sorry, guys. This isn't the one where they're holding hands. Sorry that I wasted like a minute and a half of your life. Let's see here. Parents interview. Okay, let's see here. That one said 22 minutes though. That was so weird. Hold on.
So here we are, 8 days.
So this must have been
We
what
don't
you actually put
provide.
in one.
And I don't
Oh,
want
look at
to
that. Would you looky there? We could have been looking at all at one. Okay, so let me go find the other one. Sorry about that. Hopefully it's not too far down in the algorithm. No. I'll find it though. Give me just a second. A lot of it's pulling up like stuff about Sebastian's dad. Is this it? This is it, but I don't know this person's channel. Let me see. Or no, this ain't even the right one. So never mind. Where the heck did you go, interview? Okay, I'll keep looking for just a second. I appreciate you guys being so patient with me. They'll even put like some Riley stuff in here. I'll put because I thought that the interviews were actually like 2 different places, like 2 different local. Okay, now you're just starting to make me mad. Oh, maybe if I go to videos. I really wanted to show you that one with them, you know. Are you kidding? Like, none of these are the one I want. I'm like, are you kidding? Are you kidding right now? It's like literally YouTubers galore. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I wonder how I could put this in. Like, it was literally like their second interview. Did she have the interview on there with the second interview? I just don't understand why it's not pulling up. Like, let me see. I just put in like parents interview. Oh, wait, that's not it. If not, I can go over to her channel. I swear this was like the one, but I guess not. Let me see. Okay, this ain't working. Let me see if this one's it. If not, I don't think this is the first one yet. This is the first one. I don't know how I got like pushed down so far in the algorithm, but yeah, let's go to YouTube and see. YouTube. And I'm subscribed to her. See if we'll see if she has it on there. Let me know if you guys have seen it on there. If it's under her videos or if it'd be under her. Oh, it'd probably be under a live. That's the first one. Yeah, I don't see the second one. Did they scrub it from the internet? What the heck is going on with that? That's weird, isn't it? Does anybody else find that weird? I cannot find that anywhere. Like, you know what to do? Let's go to Reddit. I don't know. Sometimes they have stuff over there. Oh, no, that's this. Oh, that's this one. Okay, I'm going to lose my gourd if I don't find it. Because you know me, I need to find it. It was their second interview. I mean, we played it on here. You've never seen the one where they're holding hands? I wish I'm about to pull up my last live when we played it, but you know me, I'll probably commentate like a crazy person behind it. So I'm going to look for like 2 more seconds and then I'm going to give up. Let's see if I can look it up on like maybe YouTube. Because I feel like that's maybe where we looked at it. Like we found it on there through the news agent, like news. I'm going to scream. It's literally like every interview, but that one. Oh, wait. Let me see. Hold on. You stop scrolling. Because I think I found maybe the news place. Okay. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Facebook. I just got to look up this person's Facebook. So it's Caitlin Miller, Fox Nashville. Yeah, this is her. Okay. So here we go. Okay. Found it. I'm so sorry, guys. That took a while. That was crazy. But I wanted to show this to you guys because I want to make sure we get them in order. And I'm one of those people we don't have to half-ass things around on this channel. So I found it. What I did was I looked through like YouTube, and then I saw that Icamel had played the interview. Mine, I don't think mine popped up. And then I saw where he played it from. Thank you, Icamel. I should actually put his thing in the chat because I did use his channel. You never know, you know what I mean? I'm going to. It's a nice thing to do. In case you guys want to watch it over there. But don't you be leaving me now. Okay, so this is the second interview that they came out and did. They did this the day after the first interview. Now, this one is, I believe, with someone else. This one is with Caitlin Miller, Fox 17 Nashville. So local place. Man, crazy.
Katie Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot, Proudfoot.
Chris, Chris, last name's Proudfoot, Proudf.
I will point out right now, she's rubbing his arm like she's comforting him instead of him comforting her.
OOT.
So, I mean, first, just as parents, tell me what the last now over a week has been like for you two.
Horrible beyond words. This was an experience that I would have never dreamed would come. Honestly, I can't put words to how hard this has been and how much it hurts not knowing where my son is, where he's at, if he's okay. Just horrible is the best thing I can say.
What about for you?
It's rough. I mean, we are on day 11, no answers. And the horrible things that people say just keep rolling in, regardless of taking time to consider the facts and, assumptions is what they're going off of. But for us, we sit here and we wait, and hopefully we'll get an answer, or hopefully he walks through our door, which would be amazing.
I was going to say, how badly do you both want Sebastian to just walk through that front door to get that call?
I'd give anything. In a heartbeat, I would give anything.
It's not measurable. Let's put it that way. There's no measurable. Anybody says, oh, it is. You've never sat in these shoes. You've never been in this situation. And I don't ever wish for people to be in this situation.
And what's Sebastian like? What's his personality like? What does he love to do?
He, for the most part, is happy. He likes to laugh and joke and tell you all about everything and then some. He loves games. He loves video games. He loves to play with his Legos. Even building things with me. We build little projects here and there, but he's always a character.
Are there any weird tendencies that he has that might be able to help people find him in this search?
I don't know how helpful to finding him, but he fidgets constantly. He loves shiny pennies, paper clips. He's always like, whenever we go to the grocery store, he always looks on the ground and looks under the register counter, and he's always looking for shiny pennies everywhere. Paper clips. He loves to bend them out of shape and play with them, fidget with them. He loves playgrounds.
Let me get this straight. I mean, I know that I know the internet's scary, but you're going to give your kid paper clips to unbend and do whatever he wants with. Those things are sharp, but you're blocking them from playing video games that have the internet on them, and rap music and hip hop.
I mean, we've said it before. He likes fishing and things like that. But
They never said fishing.
Cats. Boy loves cats.
He does. He loves cats. It's his favorite animal. I don't know. He's a good kid.
There are no leads, nothing caught on video. Your son has been missing for 11 days now. How does that make you feel as parents?
I mean, I don't have words to describe how I'm feeling right now. I mean, every day is harder than the last. I mean, we're out, we're looking, we're trying to make sure that everyone stays looking and doesn't let his face fall to the bottom of a feed or get covered by some other nonsense. I mean, we just want our boy home.
When you walked in Monday morning and didn't see Sebastian in his room, what was your gut reaction?
My very first reaction was, oh, he got up and got breakfast. But when I realized he actually wasn't in the house, I've never experienced sheer panic in the way that I did. And basically for every minute since that, not knowing where your child is a pain that I've never known pain like this before.
And walk me through the events that happened, from Sunday leading up to Monday when you didn't see him that morning.
Sunday, we were out and about. We had a really good day. We were out doing our thing, running around. We had dinner that evening. And when we came home, we had a pretty good evening together as well. He was playing right up until bedtime, and then some. I let him stay up a little late. And when I told him to go to bed,
Hold on a
he's like,
second.
I love you, Mom. I love you.
I want to see what she says right here. Something about she let him stay up an extra hour. Hold up a second, lady. Not gonna get one past me.
Doing our thing, running around. We had dinner that evening, and when we came home, we had a pretty good evening together as well. He was playing right up until bedtime, and then some. I let him stay up a little late.
She told him to go to bed at 9:00. So is his bedtime 8:00? 8:50? And she let him stay up an extra 10 minutes? Because, I mean, normally when your mom lets you stay up an extra amount of time, right? Like you are excited, you get some extra time in there, you get to play. You can't see me. Now why do I always do that? I always forget what I'm saying. Oh, but it's usually like 10 minutes, 15 minutes you get, like extra, like little bit of time you get to play. But she said that he went to bed at 9:00. I'm gonna have to do a timeline. Y'all know me. I'll be getting one because I like timelines.
And when I told him to go to bed, he's like, I love you, Mom. I love you, puppies. And he went to bed. And I went to bed around midnight. Everything seemed fine. And when I went to wake him up for school, that's when I couldn't find him. He wasn't in his room, and he wasn't in the house. And that's when I panicked.
And when you panicked, what'd you do?
First thing I did was call my husband, and I said, he's not here. My husband said, what do you mean he's not here? I said, he's not in the house. And he said, immediately just started, did you check here? Did you check there? Did you?
Okay. That's how that conversation should have went. If she's going to call him first thing out of her mouth should have been, do you have Sebastian? Do you know where he's at? No, I can't find him. Because that's wasting time. That's wasting valuable time. Him saying, oh, we'll look here, we'll look there. Did you look there? Did you look? I'd have been like, bye. You think you would be calling the police. And then there's also security guy that is in like the little booth I heard. I don't know. They live in a gated community. Most of the time, they really don't have anybody sitting in that booth. But if they do, that's where my butt would have been running to. Have you seen my child? I'd be screaming on the front lawn.
Look here. And I
Listening.
ran through the house. And at that point, I was hysterical, for lack of a word. And we three-wayed the police. And
She shushed
within
the dog
minutes
and
they were here. I couldn't tell you exactly how long. I know it was fast. And we haven't found him.
When I got the phone call that he was missing, like she said, we asked questions like, where's he at? Check this, check that. And then we called the sheriff's department. After we called the sheriff's department, I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief, got a relief, got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
And that was, I guess, Monday?
The morning that he was missing, yes.
Okay. And so what was your reaction when you got that call from your wife that Sebastian was missing?
Initially, I was like, oh, he's goofing around again. Here we go. He's like hiding. And then when we talked about the places to check and he's not there, I was like, okay, stop.
She said that he's not a runner, but to me, if you're not, me hiding is almost like running. You're getting away from something. You know what I mean? First interview, not a runner, wouldn't run, not doing it, wouldn't do it. But now in this interview, they're saying, like, they're starting to say, well, he's a hider. Like, I don't know. It is kind of weird.
Instantly. Call the police. Instantly. I'm a black and white kind of guy.
And to your knowledge, he didn't take shoes with him, right? He locked the door on his way out. Or I guess, what are some of the things that you think he did as he left?
We checked for all of his shoes and none of them are missing. The door was locked.
And was there some discrepancy as to what he was wearing when he went to bed, or what was he last seen wearing? What was he wearing to bed that night?
When he went to bed, he was wearing black sweatpants with white stripes down the side. And he had on a black long sleeve black shirt with a print on the front. I'm pretty sure it was one of his
like Star Wars or Halloween or
even Minecraft.
Yeah,
those are the three main
it's
things.
the three things that majority is on his clothes.
Can you play Minecraft on a Nintendo Switch? Because that's all that. Remember, he wasn't allowed to play anything but that. Okay, you can. Just making sure. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Boy has his flavors.
And obviously you guys are going through the unimaginable and then, getting a lot of like the kickback that you've seen on social media. I mean, how much worse has that made it for you two to go through something like this?
Honestly, we stopped looking at it. There's a lot of terrible people in this world, and I don't want to waste energy on any of that. I want the focus on finding our son. The facts are the facts. I mean, the police know the facts, and all I ask of anyone is, if they're able and willing, is to help find him, help spread his flyer, help look for him, call in if you know anything or see anything. But we just ask that people focus on finding Sebastian.
And he's never done anything like that before, right? Just kind of walked out of the house.
And they didn't stop looking.
He's
They'd be
not
all
a
over it.
runner. This is not normal for him to run away. He's not a runner.
And any places, I guess, I know you guys have been told to stay in the house, right? Just in case he comes home.
We are doing what we've been asked to do by the law enforcement agencies and everybody involved. I am not going to divulge anything more than that.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to ask, I guess, next is, if you were to go out and search right now, if people want to help search, what types of places would you guys look at that he could maybe be at?
And you're allowed to go out and search. We've heard from Seth, and that is Sebastian's real father, that they're allowed to, he is allowed, because he's going out and searching every day. They're not, but Seth is. And Seth said, I think it was on Pascal, I don't know how you say Pascal, that he was allowed to go out and search wherever he wanted to go search, as long as he told the authorities where he would be going. And I think that's just so that, in case he finds something, or in case he got hurt and they needed to rescue him as well, But this is, I would be looking. I wouldn't be able to not look. So no, the bio dad, the bio dad's been interviewed. But this is the stepfather and the mom. This is their second interview.
Anywhere and everywhere. At this point,
It's been 11 days. He could be anywhere.
Yeah, they've searched the woods, they've searched parks, they've searched creeks, they've searched. At this point, it anything and everything.
Anywhere that he could be staying out of the weather, or getting food, or, I mean, honestly, at this point, he could genuinely be anywhere.
How hopeful are you two that he will come home?
I will never give up hope on finding my child.
Optimism is at its highest, regardless.
Our son is out there. We're going to find him.
And now publicly, like, obviously police are now investigating a landfill. People are speaking out about that. What are your thoughts about that?
Everybody has an opinion and their assumptions, and they are entitled to those. But as I've stated before, all we've asked people to do is to look at the facts, not what everybody's putting out there. If they have questions, call the law enforcement agencies, and they'll give you whatever they can give you. But the assumptions are just that. They are an assumption, your opinions. We pray for everybody, for hopefully this never happens to you. And if it ever does, then you'll understand. But I pray it doesn't.
And they're doing their job. They're looking everywhere they can their goal is the same. We just want to find him.
If you could say something to Sebastian, if he's listening right now, what would you say to him?
I would say that we love you and we miss you and we want you to come home. And just know that that we all care about you so much.
You're not in trouble. That door's unlocked and waiting for you to come home. Your puppies miss you. Your family misses you. I miss you. Just come home.
Anything else that you two want to add or clear up or anything like that? Okay.
Just help us find our son.
They had nothing to say about that. Okay. Wait, hold on. So let's.
If you could,
I don't know if this is the first one. I think it is March 4th. Okay. Because we might go through this one really quick too. Just so we can hear a little bit of the other side before we go. Because like it's kind of this is kind of a longer. I'm trying to make the lives under 2 hours, but we just ain't doing that tonight. We're just not. It's hard to make. Like I was doing so good about doing like an hour and a half live, and then the last few lives. Last night we did 3 hours. I almost said 300. 3 hours. Hey Dago, how you doing? Ann said they keep saying to the boy, "You're not in trouble." Yes. Yes, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why do they keep saying you're not in trouble? But I guess I've heard. I think I've heard other like, missing parents say that. Like, but why would he be in trouble? Like, I mean, now in the beginning, and this still could be true, but I'll tell you what I thought. And I haven't really changed my opinion yet because I don't really know. But this was my opinion in the beginning, so I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it for now. I thought maybe, then this was before the lights in the yard and all of that. This was like first couple days going in. I thought maybe some kids at school maybe befriended him and then got him to sneak out. And then on the guys that they're all going to hang out, be buddies. And then maybe these kids were really, going to like beat him up or do something like that. And maybe it went too far. That's where my thought process was. But I've been hearing like bits and like clips of the other interviews, and I'm like, there's something not vibing. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be vibing if you're missing your child too. Dennis, doesn't time go quick on here? It really does. Everyone's walking Dago in. Hey, baby long stocking. Because he didn't want to take the trash out that night. Oh, is that why he made him take it out? Probably. 3 hours is perfect. Yeah, 3 hours was like, I was like, man. Vince was like, what was you talking about? I was like, I don't even know. Like the last hour, we're just talking about whatever. So this is going to be Seth Rogers, Sebastian's dad. And I believe this was his first interview because I want to get the first one. This was on the 4th, March the 4th. So the same day that Sebastian's mom, Katie, and his stepdad came out with their interview with WSMV, he goes on to do an interview. And his interview is
Just to start, just so we, if you could just first.
It is with Caitlin Miller, Fox 17, Nashville. So same place as they do their third interview, or their second interview is with the same place. So mom and dad do an interview. Same time that they do that interview, they do the same interview with the same lady. Very weird. Or maybe it's like a day apart. So we'll play this and we'll see what Sebastian's dad has to say. And look how like they're just smiling. They look genuinely happy. Like look at Sebastian's smile is the cutest. He's got really good smile.
First, I mean,
and this was just over the phone.
As his father, tell me a little bit about your son.
He's got a big heart. He's loving. He's inquisitive. He can be stubborn at times. He loves to play video games. He loves animals. I mean, he thoroughly loves animals. He likes plants. He likes to, grow things. He likes to take care of things.
That's what I was going to say. He likes to take care of things.
He loves his video games. Boy, the kid loves his video games.
What has the last week been like for you as a father?
My heart is missing somewhere out here, and I'm just trying to find you. Yeah, I don't know where he's at. I can't find you.
And when was the last time you got to see Sebastian?
Last time he was at my house. So I was supposed to have him last weekend, and it would have been 2 weekends prior. He was at my house, and I got to see him. We got to play video games, watch TV. Had a great weekend.
And I mean, obviously, it seems like, what has it been like working with law enforcement? Have they been great, you know, trying to help you with this search?
They're definitely doing everything that they can to find my son, and I thoroughly appreciate it. And I hope that they find him every day. I'm waking up hoping that they find him.
And obviously, so he's autistic. Are there any like tendencies that he may have? Like, does he like hanging out like in the trees or by water that could maybe help people find him?
He does like creeks. I mean, he loves to go fishing with me. But if he's in the city limits, he's, video games. He'd probably be, maybe an arcade or something.
Okay. And has he ever done something like this before? Just leave the house for a short period of time or anything like that?
No.
And I mean, how much sleep have you lost over this last week? Walk me through kind of what that experience has been.
I haven't had very much sleep at all. I mean, coffee and energy drinks is my main diet has been.
Yeah. And I know you said you were out there searching. Are there any particular places that you're looking that you think he might be at?
I'm looking everywhere. I'm not from this area, so I don't know it. So I'm just everywhere. I keep telling people, keep your head up and your eyes open. If you see him, call 911. If my son hears my voice, buddy, you need to get a phone and call 911,
Definitely. And you live in Clarksville, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But you've been out here in the Hendersonville area just searching for him the last week?
Every day.
And I guess, are you in close contact with his mother and stepfather about the situation?
Not really. I mean, we're in communication at least once a day, but that's about it.
Okay.
I'm looking for him,
Yeah. And I know, like, obviously with social media, it's tough because as a parent, you just want your kid home. But there's been a lot of like speculation too about possible like criminal investigations. I mean, what's kind of your reaction to all of that chatter on social media?
I don't have social media, man.
Okay. But just hearing people kind of speculate about that in the community, I guess, how does that make you feel?
I think they need to, instead of being keyboard warriors, they need to put feet on the ground and start looking for my son. If they really want to help, that's what they should be doing instead of coming up with their own opinion. How about get out there and we find my son?
Heck yeah.
And how
I
much
know.
does your son Sebastian mean to you?
He's my life.
Not even a
Do you have any other kids?
none of that.
No, man.
Okay. And I guess, is there, anything you want to say? I don't know how well you know the stepfather or the mother, but is there anything you'd like to say about that and that situation and how he just kind of disappeared from the house?
I have nothing to say about that.
Okay. And if you could say something to Sebastian right now, what would you say?
If you are hearing this, son, you need to tell people who you are and tell them to call 911 for you. You need to tell people that you are Sebastian Rogers and that you need them to call 911.
And anything you'd like
Very
to tell
smart.
him about returning home?
I miss you, buddy. And I'm waiting. I want to hear from you. Okay.
All right.
Call 911 so we can find you, man. Come on, son.
Now that's sad. Now that's a grieving parent. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that his other parents aren't grieving, but I mean, that's real sad. Let's see if there's anything else. So yeah, I mean, that's just really, really, really sad. I was going to look on here. So Jennifer Coffendorfer is now getting her news sources from JLR. And I shit you not. Good night, Cheryl. Are you going to bed? Good night, Cheryl. Or are we getting mixed up? Okay, good night. I know I got to go to bed soon too. I mean, my appointment's not till like 1:30 tomorrow, but they are removing my eye. It's, I just, ugh. It's okay for like the first couple minutes, then I don't like it anymore. So it says here, I mean, and I'm just laughing because she's an ex FBI agent. I mean, I'm not saying nothing bad about JLR or her, but she's getting her news source from JLR. Like it says right here, hat tip. Maybe is it because he wears a hat? I don't know. Brilliant mom and stepdad of Sebastian Rogers. The Proudfoots may have taken powder. I don't know. Does that mean that means that they're left? At least for the time being, they have vacated their home. Only one question: aren't they worried no one will be home if Sebastian comes back? Touche. Of all things they have said and done, this one is the most telling. Why don't they have a green light bulb up in their like light? Like their light. Everyone puts in a green bulb. You know what I mean? People do that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, JLR's moving on up in the world. Adorable kid. Adorable. Oh, look what JLR says too. This is the best part. I'm still trying to process the fact that they actually left. What are they thinking? Me too. Where did they go? Like, that's just dumb. They had the trailer hooked up the entire time. Do we know if law enforcement was able to execute a search of that trailer? Are they supposed to be on with Nancy Grace Monday? I hope Ellie has eyes on them. Yeah, they better be calling Nancy. They're probably running from her. Hell, I'd run too. Forget the law. Forget the law's kind compared to Nancy. But like Jan told me about the Nancy thing today, and then I had like 2 emails, and then people come in the chat tonight. I love you guys. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't even see that. But man, let's see. Okay, we'll go back to Sebastian because he's trending. I mean, God love him. Oh, look at that picture. All this says from Seth Rogers. Thank you for all the love and support you have given me. Fortunately, the United Cajun Navy will now be leading the search for my son, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I need you to respectfully keep your distance and do not interfere with their search efforts, their dogs, their vehicles, and their search areas. I do respect everyone's help. The United Cajun Navy is taking the burden off of my shoulders. Please allow them the ability to complete their task professionally. Very well said. Very well said. No, hey, everybody, get the hell away. You know what I mean? It was very well said. It's very well said. I wonder when he said this. Probably just recently, I would say, but wow. Just looking through, seeing if there's anything. Oh, let's go to the latest because that's going to give us. Well, I'll actually just put his whole name in there. Oh my gosh. But Scotty Morris was found alive. But I mean, yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like Scotty Moore, this is different. Scotty Morris was found within like what, a day or two, and he was found alive. His stepmom, the one that made him wear the shirt with all the bad print on it, like found him. Remember, she found him like, oh, here he is. Just happened to find him. I don't know. Oh yeah, I saw that on Facebook. Well, you could be like JLR Investigates, Britt. All you have to do is get people to fund you. I mean, he doesn't do it for free. I mean, she said, I wish I could be like JLR and go on these things and like Brian Enton, but Brian Enton does it with News Nation, and JLR, he gets money from his subscribers to be able to go out there, be on scene and give them the news, you know? But yeah, this looks like this is the picture. Now that's an RV. And that's a nice ass truck. What do they do again for a living? Oh no, mom does. And oh my gosh, yeah. I came into this on the Kylie Rodney case. So, you know, Simon Quinton was directly after, and it was just crazy. So, I mean, even if you're planning a vacation, no, you're not. Not anymore. Not when your kid's gone. What the hell? I wouldn't even move that to my mom's house just in case somebody were to break into it because we can't get access to our house or something. I mean, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even move that thing. That just looks so suspicious. And now it's not there. Oh, neighbor of the Proudfoot spills the tea. Let's see what she says. Okay, we'll read this and then we'll end the live for tonight. But we're going to go back. We'll be doing Nancy tomorrow, and then we're going to go back and we're going to go through the rest of the interviews. We'll do probably 3 lives for the interviews, because one is, I don't know, a couple hours long or an hour long, and one's 20 minutes. So, but I'll read this to you guys. Let me put me down here a little bit more. That way you could see it. So this is from Andrea Denise Zimmerman. We're going to say, it says, I live in the neighborhood. I wanted to confirm a couple of things I have seen posted today. I received a message on Thursday to watch their house, as there would be Ellie headed to the house. Where my house is located, I cannot see the front of their house, but I have a clear view of the entrance into our neighborhood and into Stafford Court. I also have friends over there that I reached out to. As we all begin to watch, I begin to notice random SUVs driving up Kalen Lane, turn around in the Devon Court cul-de-sac, go back down Kelly Lane, turning onto Stafford Court, then leave. This happened several times. I noticed at least 5+ SUVs doing this over about 30 minutes to an hour time span. It was very odd. I had a feeling something was up. I confirmed with a neighbor that at least 2 of these vehicles were in fact undercover agents, and I was told 2 stopped at the house and went in. They were definitely surveilling them and what it feels like the entire neighborhood. I'm just going to say this. If this lady is just sitting out at her house, right? She's just chilling in her house. These are undercover agents. They know how to survey a house without being caught or being seen. Do you know what I mean? Do you think they would really be like, I mean, I'm not saying it's not true, but they're usually pretty sneaky. Unless she's just staring out the window. 1, 2, she's counting them. I don't know. She might be. And you're welcome, Terry Dean. Always. I also can confirm Chris hooked his camper up to his truck this afternoon and left. Katie followed him. I have no idea where they went. As of about 2 hours ago, neither have returned. I'd be outside vacuuming the freaking driveway. Just I would be doing something random, just like go outside. You know. So it says, as of about 2 hours ago, they never returned. I would also like to add, unless you live here, you have no idea what we've all been through. I don't mean that selfishly, but if you are on the track that the Proudfoots know what happened, you understand why I mean by this. We are a small neighborhood that has always been very quiet. We've never been through anything like this. This has shaken us all to our core. We all have felt safe up until now. We all are on edge. We don't know what happened in that house. The more I hear from good, reliable sources, the more I'm sick. If Sebastian was hurt in that house, that happened right under our noses and no one realized it. That's disgusting. The idea that the Proudfoots hurt that child in the house in our neighborhood causes all of us a great deal of pain and unsettling. I met with a few of our neighbors today and we all feel disgusted by what happened and what may have happened. This has rocked us and changed how we feel now. We don't feel safe right now, especially us women. As parents, we are sickened by this. Whatever happened right around us. We are all sickened by all of this. Mostly we are heartbroken for Sebastian, Seth, and his family. I keep asking, how did we not know? How could this have happened right here in front of us? And lastly, the rumor going around about someone in our neighborhood having an affair with Katie. Okay. And lastly, the rumor going around about someone in our neighborhood having an affair with Katie. Just so you all know, none of us ever suspected that and have no idea who it is. Well, the ones I have spoken to have no idea. Okay. Cheater, pumpkin eater. She was cheating on him. Wasn't he the one that was married 5 times? Wonder what he was doing to make these women, if she's cheating, and if he didn't divorce any of these women, wonder what the past divorces are. We should look up his record for that. He wasn't seen on any cameras, Pepper. He wasn't seen anywhere. He literally, as soon as he walked outside, the dogs lost his track. Just like he got in a car and vanished. That's why I was thinking the kid thing, you know, like a kid picked him up, 16 years old. He's 15 or 17-year-old coming out with us cool guys, but you know, I don't know. But yeah, that's like the last thing I think that really, yeah, I don't see anything about anything else. So, okay. So like I said, tomorrow we're going to do Nancy. We're going to cover Nancy. She usually drops her podcast, I want to say around 6 o'clock, because I'm usually like at Target, you know, or somewhere like that, probably Target. And I usually listen to the podcast before the video. So the video will drop at 8 o'clock, around like 8. So I'll be running in, coming in hot once that video is released. We'll make sure we get to watch it and everything. But like I said, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. If you would like to shop my boutique, or if you would like to become a member, I'm going to put those links in the chat, because, you know, having a boutique's pretty awesome, because then you get something for something, you know? That's the best part. And there we go. I'm getting hungry too. I better get some food. Oh, really? Well, I don't know. And Nancy was really loving his dad. So hopefully you guys all have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great Monday tomorrow. If I don't see you before then, I will be back on tomorrow evening with some Nancy, and she's going to be interviewing the Proudfoot. So can't wait to see that. But I'll see you guys all tomorrow, and have a good evening. Bye, guys.